I'm Scorpio. And I notice a hell of a lot more than most people do anyway, in general. Like, I notice all kinds of stuff that people don't notice or don't think about or don't pick up, whatever. But I don't know if you're a Scorpio or know a Scorpio, but we are the most misunderstood sign out of the entire zodiac. And people try to figure us out. And what I mean by that is they think there's something to figure out, when the reality is we're not playing. We're not being fake. We're not putting on a facade. Just about any Scorpio I've met, they are who they say they are. Now, I'm not saying that there's not an instance that there's a Scorpio out there that does put a mask on. But I noticed I'm just going to talk about me as a Scorpio. I'm just going to talk about me. People think that there's something to figure out. That there's some kind of magical thing to figure out, some kind of decoding that they need to do to get to the core of who you really are. You know, there's some kind of magical veil that's there that they got to figure out. When the whole time, I'm showing you who I am. I'm not worried about putting on a facade. I'm not worried or interested in pretending. I'm not pretending. There's nothing pretend over here. Nothing. That is not who I am. I am not a pretend thing. There is no magical decoding that needs to be done. There is no figuring out that needs to be done. I am who I am. And I don't understand why people think that there is some magical decoding that they got to do on me. That they got to just figure out. There ain't a damn thing to figure out. If I was so worried about putting on a mask and being fake, why would I post things or say things or bring up things? And now we got a fool over here, can't drive. That is controversial. That is not going to bring me popularity. That is going to ruffle some feathers. It's not to get attention, I can promise you, because many times I've gotten attention from people who think that they either want to compete with me or they got to figure me out or, everything's fighting me. There's just some kind of magical figuring out. There's something that they need to do. It's like, I know there's a lot of fake people, which is why I don't really have deep connections with anybody, because they're shallow and just surface level. And I can tell when I first meet somebody if that's who they are, and most people are. But Scorpios, there ain't nothing to figure out. There's nothing to compete with. We're not competing. We're not interested in competition with fool. People who do that, who think there's some kind of decoding, who think that there's some kind of competition, who think that they got to figure you out, they're stupid. Especially when you're dealing with Scorpio, because there ain't nothing to figure out. it is what it is. And somehow that don't register with people. So again, Scorpios are the most misunderstood, misjudged people that I see out of the entire zodiac sign. And I'm just over it. I don't need to sit here and explain anything to anybody. I don't need to get anybody's attention. If I'm not liked for who I am, I don't need to have anybody bothering me. I'm not here to compete with anybody. I'm not here to do things for attention. I am here to speak my truth because I'm tired of people, playing this game like they gotta hush hush and please everybody. I ain't here to please nobody. I am here to speak my truth. I am here to speak my reality and to expose some light on things that people need to become aware of. But I don't do anything for attention. There is nothing to figure out. There is no decoding. There is no magical thing that needs to be figured out. I am who I am. I am not out here trying to wear a mask like everybody else. And unfortunately, that'll piss a lot of people off with our zodiac sign because we don't care about pleasing people. We care about the truth, and whatever the truth is, that is what we gravitate towards. And we hate fakeness. We hate lying. We hate surface level type people. Like, I don't hate them, but they're repulsive to me is what I'm getting. We hate dishonesty. We hate fakeness. We hate a lot of what people embody, that they're covering up their true authentic self. Like, we are one of the most authentic zodiac signs that there are. And so many people, they wouldn't know how to be authentic if they even tried to begin, because they've lost themselves so much. But stop trying to decode Scorpios. They're showing you who they are. There's nothing to figure out. What they're showing you is what it is. And again, there's some people out there that probably have this zodiac sign. They could be fake, but a lot of times that I've met Scorpios and myself, we are who we are. There isn't any decoding that needs to be done. We're not competing with you. So I guess you competing with yourself and trying to decode yourself, because you ain't gonna do it to us. There is no figuring out. We are who we are.